Hi, I'm Brickroad. Let's play the Mega Man Legacy Collection. Except not really the Legacy Collection, because when I bought the Legacy Collection on Steam and tried to play it, it looked like this. And they didn't fix it. And a month later, they still haven't fixed it. So I just got a refund. I already own all these games on NES cartridge and on a PS2 disc, and I've got the GameCube disc somewhere. But Mega Man has been constantly suggested that on my channel. It's one of the most requested series that I do. So let's do it, all 6 games. As far as I can tell, the only real benefit to the Legacy Collection is it puts HD artwork on the screen to fill up the widescreen, but I could put in my own artwork. Here's the box art. Check out that box art. Pretty sweet, right? What should we put on the other side? Put a death counter. Let's put a death counter. Let's keep track of all the terrible deaths that I suffer throughout my Mega Man career. Here we go. Let's get right into it. We'll start with Bomb Man. That seems like a pretty good place to start, right? Points are worthless, whatever, but I'm going to get 90,000 of them for fighting Bomb Man. Only this year did I learn, actually, that those point values, I thought they were hard-coded per boss, but no, those are actually randomly generated. Except for Dr. Wily, the last level always gives you 100,000, I think. Anyway, points are worthless in Mega Man. The only reason that there are points in this edition of Mega Man is the game came out in a time where every video game had to have points or it wasn't considered a video game. This was a really weird era of video gaming where people had just started playing games more and more at home and less at the arcade. So, no, don't fall off the screen, please. Shoot that guy. So, the old arcade mindset was dying away, but some of those vestigial things still clung to life, like points. You only shoot once. Playing all the Mega Man games right in a row, I'm going to get these little Joe characters mixed up, because they appear in almost every game, but they never do the same thing twice. They always do something a little different. So, I already know that I'm going to come under some fire for this series, because I'm not going to play 7 and 8 at the end. I was really looking forward to the Legacy Collection in particular, because even though there are a lot more Mega Man games than just the 6 on that collection, it's in a way, these 6 games, to me, kind of represent the classic Mega Man series. Most people, when they say Mega Man Classic, they mean a Mega Man game that's not in the X series or the Legend series or one of the other spin-offs. They mean there's 10 of them now, plus a couple of spin-offs themselves, like the Power Fighter. There's a kart racing game, believe it or not. But the 6 NES games, Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to me have always sat apart from the rest of the Mega Man games. Yeah, eventually they went back, they made Mega Man 7 and 8, but they didn't have the same feel to them that the old classic games did. You know what I mean? They had updated graphics and different playing styles, and they had this new thing where you couldn't fight all 8 of the bosses right away. And they're okay games, but they're not as okay as the first 6 Mega Man games. And Capcom thought that too, and they're like, what can we do to fix this problem? We'll make Mega Man 9, right? I can just drop here, yes? Yes, okay, that's a pretty safe drop. Oh, it wasn't safe at all. It wasn't safe, and I'm a goober. So they made Mega Man 9, and they're like, let's go back to... what's the last Mega Man game that absolutely everyone agrees is unambiguously good? And that turned out to be Mega Man 2. So they went back to Mega Man 2 and they basically did a new game with just that gameplay, yeah? And it was great. Everybody loved Mega Man 9. And then a couple years later, they did Mega Man 10, and I've already done a Let's Play of that. And I got mixed feelings about Mega Man 10. But that's beside the point. My point was that the first 6 Mega Man games kind of stand alone in their own little group of what I consider classic Mega Man, even though there were 4 more games in the series after that. The first 6 hold a special place in my heart, and in that first 6, there's a smaller core of what I consider to be really the classic Mega Man games, and that specifically would be 2 and 3. But before we can get to 2 and 3, I gotta push my way through Mega Man 1. Not the biggest fan of Mega Man 1. It's really unpolished. We can get rid of that sound effect, thankfully. There's a lot of good stuff in this game. A lot of good stuff in this game. And technically I've Let's Played this as well, because I Let's Played the remake, Powered Up, on the PSIP. The good old Sony PSIP. God, this is a good game, but it's really, really unpolished. And when you... If this was the only Mega Man game that had ever come out, if this was it, then it would be considered one of the classic NES games. It would be considered one of the best. No doubt in my mind. But they made sequels, and the sequels are all, like, unambiguously better than this one. So, I don't want to say I don't like the game. I don't want to say it's a bad game. But, as the classic Mega Man games go, as the first 6 Mega Man games actually go, this is my least favorite. It's got the fewest levels. It's got the hardest gameplay, but it's kind of hard in a bad way. You know what I mean? It's got... Like, if I were to take damage and fall on those spikes down there, I don't have invincibility frames as far as the spikes are concerned. There's a lot of monsters in the game... Ooh, 1-up. Nice. There's a lot of monsters in the game that just kind of assume you're going to take damage. And I don't like that very much at all. There's a 1-up down here, too, but I always forget where it is. Oh, can I get it? We got it. We got it. Nice. You'll see what I mean down here. There's this big stomper guy, and I don't know how to clear this big stomper guy without taking damage. He's going to jump up here, and then I just got to get stomped on, because he takes way too many hits. I don't really need that little M&M. That's just points. It's pointless to get. So yeah, there's lots of stuff like that in Mega Man 1. And there's a little bit like that in Mega Man 2, but at 3 and onward, they had the budget and the manpower. Do I even want to... You know what? I know what we'll do. I know what we'll do. But yeah, Mega Man 3 and onward is much more polished series, so... Oh, he jumped out of range. Pause trick, yo. Oh yeah, we're gonna abuse the hell out of the pause trick. Let me explain how that pause trick works. Basically, this is the only Mega Man game that has a pause button in addition to a menu button. Push select, opens up your menu, lets you select your weapon. Push or start, opens up your menu, lets you pick your weapon. Select just pauses the action. Cutman is next. So, however, an enemy's iframes, their hit stun when you hit them with a weapon and they take damage, there's a timer on it that determines how many invincibility frames they get before you can hit them again. And that counter is not incremented on the menu screen, but it is incremented during the pause screen. So what you can do in Mega Man 1 is put a bullet or some damaging agent right into the middle of a monster's hitbox, and then you select to pause the game. Their hit stun will run out, then you can unpause, and if the bullet is still in their hitbox, they'll take damage again. I'm taking the 1-up. I don't care. I want it. I want it, even though I know I don't need it, and I know I'm just, like, that didn't do me any good. No good whatsoever. So, that trick is most famous for killing the Yellow Devil, who's one of the most notorious bosses in Mega Man 1. And, again with the free guys, just stack them up, I'll take them, let's go. But, theoretically you can use it with any weapon against any boss, it's just, the smaller the bullet in relation to the boss's size, the tighter your window is to pause and unpause. One of the task strategies, tool-assisted speedruns, what they can do is literally get the pause trick to work, even with just the arm cannon, which a human being could never do, because you gotta get your bullet inside of the enemy's hitbox, and then pause and unpause with the correct timing. But it's pretty easy to do with weapons like the Elect Beam, which have a huge spread, or the bombs. I don't actually know what the weapon's called, like Power Bomb, I think is what it's literally called. But anything that has a huge spread, a huge damage box on it, it's pretty easy to get that trick to work. So when I got to a situation where like, Gutsman's gonna kill me if I don't get this in one shot, kind of a no-brainer just to take the easy win, you know? Don't need to kill all these guys. So yeah, we're gonna use the Elect Beam trick later in the game as well. So if you don't want to see the cheeseball strategies, gotta go watch someone else's Let's Play. And I'll be honest, I mean, I use the same strategies in the game that I play nowadays that I developed when I was a kid. Like, my Mega Man strategies have not evolved since the 90s. Even though there's all this great speedrunning tech and whatnot that I could draw from now. You'll see this most notably, I think, in Mega Man 5, where I could use the super arrow to great effect to get through a lot of the stages really quickly, but I've never practiced doing it, so I'm not good at it, and as a result, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to play Mega Man 5 the way I always played it. Here's another one of these assholes. I'll just take the damage, I guess. Not a lot that I can do about that, but Cutman... Look at all the damage he takes. My goodness. But Cutman, I should be able to kill him even with this life meter. I should be okay. If I get really lucky, we'll get some health from one of these guys. Ah, a little bit of health. 2 bars at least. Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's take the Guts arm and go for it here. Because if I land both of these hits, I'll win. So... Nice. He got me with the boomerang on the rebound, but, you know, whatever. It's all good. It's all good. So who's next? I do believe Electman's next. Yeah, buddy. When I was a kid, I had a friend who thought Electman looked like a cat. I don't know why she thought that. One of my favorite music tracks from the game, actually. But I really don't like this level, the whole vertically oriented level. Especially with the, they hadn't quite hammered home Mega Man's movement physics yet. So he feels kind of slippy, even in levels that are not Iceman's stage. I think that's all I need to cut Boomerang for at the moment. Yeah, well, this one we could just jump up. There we go. But yeah, homie, this music here, this is the good stuff, yeah? If you don't get these shots, like, immediately, you just get shot. They electrocute you, those eyeball men from beyond the stars. Where are these gonna appear? Right above me, and then I guess I gotta go right, because if I go left, it's more difficult. Aha! I didn't need to go left anyway, because I don't need those weapon ups. So you can see they actually use the disappearing blocks a little more creatively in Electman stage than they would go on to use them in future Mega Man games. In most Mega Man games, they just kind of use them as a, to kind of develop maze rooms, so you can watch and see where the blocks are going to appear, where you need to jump to. But here they actually use it to create that, that platform, which is kind of cool. Of course, then Mega Man 10 came along and they used it to make the infamous Plugman troll section, where the blocks appear just in a space with the correct timing to troll you, and you fall to your death. That wasn't Mega Man 10, that was Mega Man 9. Wait, was it Mega Man 9? Was Plugman 9 or 10? It was 9. It was Mega Man 9. God, I get those games mixed up sometimes, even though I like one of them and don't like the other one. We do need to grab this little doodad, though. That's the Magnet Beam, and it's going to be instrumental in winning some of the future stages, especially as we go into the Wily stages. I like to try to get both of these guys with the one cut boomerang, but it's actually a little difficult to aim. So I was not able to do it. It's okay. It's okay. Know your limitations, guys. That's all there is to this world. Know your limitations. When you say, you know what, can I get with a one cut boomerang? And you probably can't, it's alright. Chill out, you got it. Just take your time and do 2-cut boomerangs. That's my philosophy. They're gonna put that on my gravestone. Always do 2-cut boomerangs. I don't think I need to cut boomerangs anymore. We can use Magnet Beam on this level, though. And I fell in a hole because I was trying to be fancy with Magnet Beam. Or you could just take the blocks. Or you could just take the blocks across. That would be fine, too. I don't know why they make you do this screen twice in the level. I don't know why the checkpoint is so far away. That's my other philosophy in Mega Man. Don't show off, just get it done. Whatever you gotta do, just get it done. You show off and you get killed. That's all there is to it. What kind of graphic am I even gonna use to represent the hole on the death counter? I don't even know. I'll have to figure it out at some point. What you guys should do, though, is go down to the comments right now. Since I'm gonna use a death counter for the game, like, how many deaths do you think it'll take to go through all 6 of these Mega Man games? Like, what do you guys think? I'm gonna say 23. I can get through all 6 Mega Man games, 23 deaths or fewer. And just because it's sitting here, grab the magnet beam again. The power-up's so nice, I collected it twice. Yeah, I'm gonna say 23 deaths. I'll bet I can do it in 23 deaths. Now, I'm gonna look really stupid if I get stuck on a boss in like Mega Man 4 or something and die 50 times and have to continue. And I'm also gonna look really stupid if I get through all the games without dying very much at all. But I don't think either of those things will happen. I think I will die a fair amount, but I don't think I will die more than 23 times. That's my guess. Leave your own guesses down in the comments. We'll see which of you is the smartest. Because I'm trying to factor in, where the trouble spots that I usually have in the games are, like where are the spots that I die most commonly. But also I'm trying to factor in where are the spots where I'm going to die because I'm showboating. Because I'm playing on YouTube and I'm trying to impress everybody. Well, now I'm going to die to a Lek Man up here. It's very, very unlikely that I'll win this Lek Man fight without taking that much damage. There's no energy tanks in Mega Man 1. Later in the series, we'll have energy tanks, so if I get into a situation like this, I can just drink a can of energy drink, get all my hips back, and be fine. But not in Mega Man 1. We do not have that luxury. So, I mean, we're going to try it here. But we'll see. One hit. That was it. And then the Lek Man just runs in place. Okay, then. Ooh. I really hate this section here because if you get hit by any of these spark shock things, you get knocked down a screen, and sometimes you fall all the way back down to the bottom. And you gotta climb back up every time a Lek Man kills you. But he's not gonna kill me again. Guys, he's not gonna kill me again. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, buddy. Good enough. Good enough. Shoutouts to Craze for sponsoring this video, and to everyone who makes this channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.